passion, blood, screaming fight, at the light, every night, fight, take the sides, with the sides, baby, show him an escapade, let the arcade, pixelated party, lesson, they unafraid. Karaoke screams, singing themes, heart and sleeves, anime dreams, bursting seams, city gleams, dancing screams, endless streams, less extreme, Saturday gleams, so our day gleams, so it seems nothing rings. Make the channel riot loud, crowd unbowed, techno sound, pulses pound, dream astound, youth unbound, joy profound, I'm lost and found, channel raver on the prowl, echoes howled.
Good morning and welcome. It's 8 o'clock on the dot. Here at Site B on this lovely spring Saturday morning. It is bright and sunny. The sky is blue. No sign of rain. No sign of 40-mile-an-hour winds. It's going to be a good Saturday. Let's hope. More importantly, spring training has just begun. Let's go, Cubs. I've got my tea, which tastes like crap. Hot water on leaves. Who thought that hot water on leaves would ever become so popular? You know? Anyways, it's Saturday, and Saturday we take a break from all the tabletop role-playing game controversy and toxicity and nonsense and just stroll through the tabletop role-playing game community on YouTube and try and make some new friends. Shout out some channels, some big, some small. Maybe they'll respond, maybe they won't. I don't know. And obviously we've got our VTuber of the week. So once again, thanks to our number one employee, Jeff of Jeff Games Box, link down below, for providing us with all these. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 new friends to make today. So let's stop wasting time and go meet some friends. Ba-da-ba-boom. Ooh. GURPS 4th edition supers. Hello, this is Aaron D. Shesild. Aaron does, I'm probably mispronouncing your name, Aaron.
Let's talk about role-playing.
Aaron Der Shidel. He's got 3.04 subscribers, 173 videos. He reviews and explains various tabletop role-playing game systems and sometimes goes off the rails when he talks about them. 3.04 subs. Congratulations. 3.0K subs. And he talks about Shadowrun. He talks about GURPS. He talks about a game I've never heard of, Kenosha tabletop role-playing game. He's got a couple different games on here that he's reviewed over the time. Looks like the last time he did a review is something about 11 days ago when he was talking about Shadowrun and air fryers. Interesting combination, Shadowrun and air fryers. My parents have an air fryer. Apparently air fryers make amazing grilled cheese and chocolate chip cookies. I would think that would be unbelievably messy to have just, you know, but my dad says it works, so I don't know. I mean, obviously air fryer French fries. Right. But I don't know, other things. Just, yeah, some weird air fryer, pointless knowledge. Anyways, dude, thank you for making these wonderful reviews of various games. It's always nice to see people shouting out games, especially shouting out games I've never heard of. So let's see. Magical Land of Yeld, never heard of it. Shadowrun, heard of it. Flora, The Vendrit Way, never heard of it. Army Man, the game of tactical plastic, heard of it, played it. Konobushu, never heard of it. Fabula Ultima, heard of it. Fabula Ultima is supposed to be really good. So yeah, I hear nothing but good things about Fabula Ultima. So that's good, right? And actually the next guy we're gonna check out does Fabula Ultima. So let's just take a load of him right now. This guy's name is, I can get his channel open.
If you haven't been looking at the post.
All right. This is the God of Ka. God of Ka I discovered a couple weeks ago. He does videos about video games, role-playing games. He did a video about our good friend Condor the other day that got him in a lot of trouble. He seems to be a generally cool dude. He reached out to me a couple weeks ago to discuss some issues he had with a certain situation, and it's always nice to get other people's views of situations. God of Ka has 19 subscribers. He's made 53 videos, and he talks a lot about Fabula Ultima and some other games, but a lot about Fabula Ultima. He does the Fabula Ultima role-playing solo play. He also does some video gaming stuff, and he is a up-and-coming PNG tuber, much like myself. Thank you, Godaka, for reaching out to me. Our conversations about the subject in question has been very interesting and very insightful. So thank you for sharing that with me. That was a weird segue, but I remembered I wanted to talk about this guy, and then I mentioned Fabula Ultima, and I'm like, oh, hey, if you guys have any questions about Fabula Ultima, this dude has got the Fabula Ultima game going down. And speaking of Fabula Ultima, here's another person talking about Fabula Ultima. This is the Chin individual, and we don't know anything about his channel, except they apparently do videos about video games, role-playing games, and they did one about Fabula Ultima. They did one about the Abomination Vaults, which is a Pathfinder thing. There's another one about Fabula Ultima. So that's 3 channels doing Fabula Ultima. Again, I have not had a chance to play Fabula Ultima, but I definitely have heard good things about it. It has been the #1 seller consistently. I'm still drinking tea, which still tastes like crap. Consistently on drive-thru. I mean, obviously it's JRPG inspired. I have not heard anything bad about Fabula Ultima, which is always nice. And it sells amazingly. People always say shining reviews of it, and it's consistently #1 or one of the top 10 sellers on drive-thru every week. So obviously they're doing something right. I wish I knew more about it. I guess I need to watch more videos about it. You know, chances I'll never get to play it or run it, but you know, it's interesting to see how a Japanese take based upon a video game that was based upon a role-playing game that was based upon Dungeons and Dragons, how it translates from the US Dungeons and Dragons over to Japan, over to video game, then out of video game, back to role-playing game, and then that role-playing game comes back to America. Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely an interesting phenomenon, and then becomes so apparently super popular here in America. So yeah, coolness. Moving on up. All right, this is Dead Man Fred. Dead Man Fred has 1.12K subscribers, 128 videos. He does diving into the world of gaming and creativity. My channel is dedicated to all things multiplayer online role-playing games, Dungeons and Dragons, and gaming culture. Whether you're a seasoned gamer or just starting your journey, there's something here for everyone. Dungeons and Dragons content, gaming contents for video games. So he's got D&D and video games. And apparently he's a lich. So we've got video game, D&D, video game. So just sort of, yeah, playthroughs of video games, and then talking about D&D and talking about how the video game would affect the D&D and how the D&D affects the video game. And apparently he's a lich. So, yeah, be careful. You don't want him accidentally admit where he put his phylactery. Oh, we can't call it phylactery anymore because we might offend the Jews, even though it's not a word from Judaism. It's a word from Greek mythology and Greek. But okay, yeah, phylactery. Can't use that word anymore. I'm a Jew. I'm not offended by it. I don't know any Jew that was. But yeah, lich, talking about MMOs and role-playing games. Looks like mostly MMOs. Some role-playing in here, but mostly MMOs. Here he's doing some Pathfinder, the Path app. Here he is talking about some Pathfinder stuff, some video game stuff, Pathfinder stuff, VTT stuff. Just a general plethora, but he keeps it around a certain things, 2 or 3 different things. So that's good. And his thumbnail game is on. That's cool. So Dead Man Friend the Lich, thank you for making your channel. Thank you for covering video games and role-playing. And thank you for being for being a lich. At least he's not afraid to admit he's a lich, you know? Moving on, we have It's Luxy. It's Luxy. It's Luxy says, hello, traveler. I'm Luxy. Here, mostly you'll find me either talking about or playing RPGs like D&D and Baldur's Gate. On top of that, you can find occasional videos of me playing a completely unrated game as part of my side quests thing. So Luxy's got 53 subscribers, 7 videos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got more than 7. And he just talks about World of Warcraft, Baldur's Gate, video game, 5e, more 5e. When should you ask for a dice roll in D&D? Interesting. And creating one-shot D&D campaigns. 2 interesting articles that can get a lot of responses and a lot of input. When do you ask a dice? Do you wait for them to instigate the dice roll? Do you instigate the dice roll? Is it 50-50? Sometimes they say, I'm going to, do this and roll the dice. And sometimes you say, oh, I need a dice roll because of that, So, yeah. And I'm sure, people have their different takes on that. I remember one time I did a take on it and it really upset somebody. But I was like, yeah, you want them to roll dice. You want them to pull the lever. Anytime you can get them to roll dice, let them roll the dice because, there's always a chance that it's going to go bad. And that's hilarious. Anyways, it's Luxy. 7 videos, 53 subscribers. We can get Luxy up to 100. Give Luxy a like, share, and subscribe. I know I'm not hitting the subscribe button, but I'll do that when I go back on all these. You guys know I'm going to subscribe to each and every one of you, so don't feel bad. Don't feel like I'm not going to give you the love, Luxy. Because I go back and I let them know that I visited their channel and that I got their links from Jeff's Games Box. Because, guys, I can't take credit for this. 90% of the links I've gotten for the past 4, 5, 6 months have been from Jeff's Games Box. He didn't ask me if he could do it. I never asked him to do it. He just started submitting them to me out of the kindness of his heart. So this channel little experiment has been able to continue long past its due date, mostly to him. I mean, not to say I wouldn't have found other channels of my own, but I appreciate all the time and effort Jeff's Games Box has put into these. Please subscribe, help this dude hit 1,000. And yeah, the more work he does for me, the less work I have to do. So it's win-win-win, right? All right, this is Rift Kid. Rift Kid has 53 subscribers and 3 videos. He's stepped through the rift into a whole new world of role-playing games. And he does a Dragonbane video and a video about playing with new players. And I guess he did a shorts. So Rift Kid has done 3. He's got 53 subscribers. He's doing Dragonbane. We love Dragonbane. Dragonbane's turning out to be a really good alternative take on the D20 fantasy style. It's coming up a lot more in conversations over the last year. Free League never lets us down. It's got that huge support network from over the seas in Europe. And it's kicking ass here in America. Is it going to be the next Shadowdark? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, Shadowdark, Morkborg, Mothership, and Dragonbane seem to be the top 4 that circle through conversations, right? Over the past year. Hear a lot of Mothership love, hear a lot of Dragonbane love, hear a lot of Morkborg love, hear a lot of Shadowdark love, hear a lot of 5e love. Those seem to be the ones. So Dragonbane is definitely maintaining its hold in the ring for the Battle Royale. So Rift Kid, you will get a subscribe for me. Thank you, Jeff, for shouting out this channel. Thank you for being awesome, Rift Kid. Let's get this guy up to 100. This is Joe the Lawyer. Joe the Lawyer is a lawyer. He is an old bastard that puts out videos in D&D, both old and new. He's been playing D&D since 1984. He sometimes does videos with his brother Mike called the Joe and Bro Fire Pit Show, where they talk about D&D games they each play and run while sitting in his brother's backyard around a fire pit. Roscoe the dog, known as Squirrelbane, to his enemies sometimes visit while they yammer on. There's usually much alcohol and other semi-legal things consumed during these shows, so they aren't for the faint of heart. Often they aren't coherent or comprehensible. Let's talk about his games, does unboxing, product reviews, both new and retro, and plans on reading all the books in Gary's Appendix N. I know a lot of people who have tried to read all the books. I cannot say I have read all of them. I've read some of them. Some of them were amazing. Others really disappointed me. I know this is probably going to piss everybody off, but I read Jack Vance and I was like, I don't get it. Other than it's, you know, you can see the origins of the magic system in Jack Vance, but, you know, it's sort of weird reverse, because reading Jack Vance now, I understood the D&D magic system better, which of course was based upon the writings of Jack Vance and Paul Anderson. So yeah, so good luck with trying to read all the books in Appendix N. Joe the lawyer, are you in fact really a lawyer? Because, you know, there's some things legally I'm sure people have questions about. Joe has got 3.36 subscribers and 237 videos talking about D&D and other stuff, and apparently sitting around a fire with his brother and his dog rambling on about stuff. So thanks, Joe the lawyer, for being awesome. If here's a video of him saying he's done, then here's a video after that. So obviously he's not done. And Wizards of the Coast has no visions, and it shows in Soulless D&D 2024. This is the video that Jeff got attracted to that he sent to me originally. This guy talking about the fall of Wizards of the Coast and the lack of vision and the direction of 6E. And apparently it's a very good video, so I highly recommend watching it. I watched a bit of it, and yeah, he's much more coherent than I am. I know that's hard to believe that there's somebody on the internet that's more coherent than me. But yeah, apparently there's a few. No, actually, most people are more coherent than me. I'm a mess. I'm just a rambling mess. I'm a rambling man. Do what I can, going from town to town. Here we have GM Runs a Game. GM Runs a Game has 109 subscribers, 15 videos. And Dragonbane, outgunned. So he does Free League. Alien, Dragonbane. Yeah, so he does Free League. Talking about reading, playing, finding other channels that does Free League. Alien, Dragonbane, Alien. No Tales from the Loop. No Electric State. But yes, Aliens and Dragonbane. A lot of love for Free League. Always nice to see Free League. And once again, more Dragonbane. There's that top 5. D&D, Shadowdark, Dragonbane, Mork Borg, Mothership. Those seem to be the top 5. I don't know if Blades in the Dark is on the list in the top 5 anymore. I haven't seen Blades in the Dark mentioned in a while. But anyways, GM's Runs Game has 109 subscribers. He talks about Free League, so that makes him 100% awesome. So let's give him a subscribe. And thank you for giving the love to Free League, GM Runs Games. That name is hard to pronounce. What's your name? Oh, GM Runs Games. What? GM Runs Games. What? GM Runs. Yeah, okay. Yeah. But thank you for running games. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for creating content that covers other games besides the big D20. This is Miles Away Game. Miles Away Games has 1.87 subscribers, 62 videos. I am Miles, and I'm a professional dungeon master and tabletop role-playing game writer. On this channel, I share tips and tricks I've learned over the years. My goal is always to make your game easier to prep for, hassle-free and fun as they possibly can be. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you, Miles. And Miles has a Patreon, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and a TikTok. The TikTok was done. And Miles obviously talks about gaming, specifically 2025 Dungeons and Dragons, and how he, a professional game master, I guess that means he gets paid to run. There's a whole separate kettle of fish we should probably cover again. I don't know. My take on getting paid to run is different than most, I think. I mean, I think we all secretly would love to be paid to run D&D. But there's so much weirdness involved in the exchange of money and turning D&D into a product. God love you if you can do it successfully and not have anything weird happen. But yeah, the minute you turn D&D into a transitional action with money involved between you and a player, I don't know. It there's, you know. Anyways, this is not the place for that. If you want to talk about that, that would be a separate video. 1.87 subscribers, 62 videos, talking a lot about 6th edition Dungeons and Dragons and how the transition has been, and you know where you stand now for as a 6e role player in the wide wacky world of D&D. And finally, because we couldn't do this without them, and this is a double header, we've got our VTuber of the week. This is Nagi. Nagi is one of the new VSojo members. Here's a video of Nagi and Henya, one of our other VSojo members, trying to pronounce American words that don't really roll off the tongue or are tongue twisters. So it's just them trying to pronounce Red Dead Redemption, Bat Backpack, and Purple Burglar Alarm, which are all pretty hard. You know, there's definitely some tongue twisters there. Red Dead Redemption, Red Dead Redemption, Red Dead Redemption, Bat Backpack, Backpack, Purple Burglar Alarm, Purple Burglar Alarm, Purple Burglar Alarm. So if you just want to watch 10 minutes of two animated VTubers mispronounce Red Dead Redemption, Bat Backpack, and Purple Burglar Alarm, hilarious. We love Henya. She is a never-ending fountain of positivity and goofiness. You know, she's just so pure and innocent and wonderful. Nagi's new. Is Nagi the one that blew away her monitor when she was cleaning her airsoft gun, or is that somebody else? I need to go back and check. But I know one of the new ones. These are all the new ones that joined through Nova, that joined VSojo. It was like 4 Japanese VTubers who are now somehow associated with it. They've done a couple co-ops. This is hilarious because, of course, the language gap. But I remember one of them was cleaning an airsoft gun because apparently in her other life, when she's not VTubing, she's a professional airsoft player. And the gun went off and she shot her monitor. Remember that? That was like everybody's introduction to this one individual. Was it Nagi? I have to go back and check. I mean, I'm saying that because she has a gun on her icon. And yes, I know there are some people who, you know, look at me for standing over at VTubers and go, you know, that's a guy, really? Just using a voice changer. No, it's not. Most of them are, in fact, females. Sorry. I know a lot of people think that they're just guys using voice changers, but no, most of the ones, actually 90% of them are actually girls. And that's been proven because you can see pictures of a lot of them at conventions like TwitchCon and stuff. I mean, the ones who won't do face reveals like Iron Mouse, but other people have said, yeah, that's a real person. I've seen her, in private. So yeah. And even if it is a guy who wants to, whatever, as a woman, that's I guess, okay. I don't know. What can I say? I've been accused of standing for Iron Mouse, and I know I stand for or simp for Hakura, and apparently I simp for Harmony Ginger. So I'm in no position to judge, am I? Bat backpack, bad. Yeah, you can't say it. So that's it for this week. 25 minutes of brand new channels. If any of those sound fun, check them out. I highly recommend watching the video God of Ka did about our good friend Condor, because it explains a lot of things from a different point of view. And it's nice to see somebody else follow through on that. And of course, Nagi and Henya being awesomely cute and hilarious, trying to mispronounce words is just pure comedy genius. Thank you, Jeff's Gainsbox, for the links. And thank you for joining me every Saturday for this experiment. It's lasted a lot longer than I thought it would, and it's still fun for me to make new friends and explore new channels and get new ideas for my stuff. And if somebody comes and says, hey, let's talk, that'd be great. And if it never does, well, that's fine too. This is all about positivity and making friends and getting out of my comfort zone and just generally making the tabletop role-playing game on the tube of you a much better place to play. Now, repeat with me. Red Dead Redemption, backpack, purple burglar arm, Red Dead Redemption, Red Dead Redemption, red...
Tell that you go screaming fight, type of light, at the light. Every night in a fight, take the side with the sights, baby shows and the escapade. Let the arcade, pixelated party lesson, they unafraid. Karaoke screams, singing themes, heart and sleeves. Anime dreams, brushing seams, city gleams, dancing screams, endless streams, life's extreme. Saturday gleams, so it gleams, so it seems nothing rings. Raise the shadow, ride it loud.